Watch this before it disappears. A revelation is about to change the course of your week and possibly your entire life. What you're about to hear is not common, not repeated, and not a coincidence. God has already begun moving things in the unseen realm, and in the next few hours, you may receive the confirmation you've been waiting on for months. Comment now, "I receive this shift," to seal this word in the spiritual realm. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone in urgent need of a breakthrough. Lucas was a man of faith, hardworking, honest, but tired. In recent years, it felt like everything was stuck. Prayers unanswered, doors closed, promises unfulfilled. He even doubted if God still heard him. But he didn't stop. And it was in a regular week, much like the one you're living right now, that everything began to change. One night he woke up with a clear thought in his mind. God will do something before this week ends. Lucas didn't fully understand, but he chose to believe. The next day, he got an unexpected phone call. The following day, money he thought was lost showed up in his account. And by the end of that same week, an opportunity that would change his life appeared before him. None of it was luck. It was an answer. And now it could be your turn. What happened to him may be about to happen to you. Many times before the miracle comes confusion. Before direction comes silence. Before the answer comes resistance. That's why you cannot give up now. When everything seems to be falling apart, it's because the spiritual realm is being repositioned to bring alignment in ways you can't yet imagine. God doesn't need a lot of time to change everything. He just needs you to keep believing when nothing makes sense. Maybe you're feeling forgotten, as if heaven has stopped answering. But what you can't see is that heaven never stops moving. It just works in silence when the construction is more delicate. If God is taking his time, it's because he's doing it with care. Blessings that come with purpose are never rushed. They arrive aligned. Sometimes delay is just God protecting you from what you're not ready to carry. You're about to notice your spiritual sensitivity increasing. People who used to confuse you will now show their true intentions. Places that seem normal will now make you uncomfortable. It's the Holy Spirit training you to discern what is from God and what is a distraction. When that starts to happen, don't resist it. Don't try to return to what was, because you're not who you used to be. You were shaped for a new time, and it starts now. Don't ignore this word. It reached you because your spirit is in sync with what heaven is releasing. And from this moment on, you will begin to see confirmations all around you. You'll have different dreams, sudden feelings of peace in the middle of chaos. People will say things that feel like direct answers. Signs will repeat. And all of it will be God saying, "I am here. I haven't forgotten you. The promise is still alive." Many believe life changes in big events. But with God, transformation almost always begins in silence. He rearranges things behind the scenes, closes cycles, shifts people, opens space, all before manifestation. If in the next few days you start to feel uncomfortable in places you once loved, that's not random. It's realignment. It's heaven preparing your foundation for something new. And here's more. God doesn't need your calendar to act. He responds to spiritual readiness. If you are positioned, attentive, sensitive, you could experience a breakthrough this very week, and maybe the signs have already begun. But what many forget is that God doesn't just prepare the destination, He prepares the chosen one. Before the blessing comes, he strengthens your knees. Before the opportunity arrives, he purifies your heart. Because if you receive something great with a fragile structure, it destroys instead of elevates. Maybe that's why you feel like you're being broken inside. But it's not destruction, it's reconstruction. God is removing what held you back. He's not just opening doors, he's making you ready to walk through them. Preparation might hurt, but the reward will make every step worth it. You might be right at the moment before your answer, sensing something is about to happen but unsure what. Feeling a restless heart, racing thoughts, and urgency for change. These are the spiritual symptoms of a cycle about to shift. You don't have to understand everything. You just have to keep going. Because God never calls you without first preparing you. And if he's silent now, it's because he's writing something not yet ready for ordinary eyes. Those who endure the silence inherit revelations that crowds never will. Heaven speaks to those who remain, and that's why God is testing your consistency. Not to see if you can handle it, but to show you that you're stronger than you think. Your faith today is firmer than yesterday. Your spirit today is more mature than it was last month. And that itself is a miracle in progress. You're not waiting, you're growing. But here's something many ignore. Before the answer comes restlessness. Before provision comes emptiness. Before visitation comes silence. That could be the moment you're living right now. Don't interpret it as abandonment. It's preparation. Later in this video, you'll learn the 3 most common signs that precede a radical turnaround from God. And when those signs start to appear, you'll know the time has come. When Lucas realized he no longer had to control everything, when he stopped demanding instant answers, he entered a state of mature faith, and it was in that space that the miracle found him. You can access that space too, and the benefits run deep. Immediate anxiety relief, inner peace, even without external change. Clarity about the next step. Activated spiritual intuition, emotional release. Focus in the right direction. Renewed hope, because true change begins within. When you transform inside, the world around you bends to your new reality. Now listen closely. You could receive an answer within 7 days. You could be surprised by something that isn't on your schedule, but is fully on God's. But for that to happen, you must do something. Be in position, be sensitive. Be ready not to doubt when the sign appears. The time you've spent waiting was not wasted. Every tear on your pillow, every prayer said on cloudy days, every moment you believe without proof is being counted as honor in the spiritual realm. Heaven works with invisible seeds, and now the harvest is near. You won't just receive a response, you'll be repositioned to a new level of faith, authority, and impact. Pay attention. When God decides to move, he needs no one's permission. It doesn't matter who said you wouldn't make it. It doesn't matter how many doors slam shut. When God's timing arrives, even what seemed dead comes back to life. It's not too late. It's not too small. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. Your new season doesn't depend on external conditions. It depends on your internal alignment. And now heaven is calling you to adjust, to trust more, to fear less, to declare boldly every day, my life is in God's hands, and he is writing something bigger than I ever asked for. The days of shame are being replaced by days of honor. You may have been doubted, they may have mocked your faith, but God is preparing a table, and even those who rejected you will witness it. This is not just a change in direction, it's a shift in identity. Heaven is writing a new name on your journey, and that name is Victor. If your spirit resonated with this word, comment, "I am ready for the shift." Subscribe now, hit the notification bell, and share this video with someone who needs to believe again. In the next videos, you will discover how God tests the heart before releasing destiny. You are not at the end. You are at the edge of change, and this week may be the beginning of the story you've always longed to live.